welcome back to my channel, and as it's a Thursday, I wanted to hit you with another little story time Thursday. I feel like I should call it Thursday Tales with Han or something like that. And I like thinking of like, what story can I tell this week? So I was like thinking through stories that make me laugh, and one of my little funny stories is the story of how I won a pub quiz at the age of like 6. So if you want to find out how I won a quiz at the age of 6 and beat a lot of adults, then keep watching. So as a child, like, I feel like I'm like a child of the 90s. I was born in 92. So if you're from the same era as me, you'll know that like back in the day when we didn't have Spotify, we would listen to CDs. Originally, I remember the days of having cassette tapes. So what I used to do is I used to sit there on an evening and I used to record the top 40, you know, put it in the little recording machine and then just listen to it back. Or you'd have like cassettes just with singles on. But if you were a real 90s kid like me, you'll remember the Now CDs. So I used to love my Now CDs, even from when I was still a teenager. Like, I'd still buy them whenever they came out. And I would just play them constantly. Like, I'd have a few CDs on rotation that I'd absolutely love. So I think I'm going to have to find the year of when this come out. I'm just going to... Sorry guys, I had a bit of a technical sitch then when I was trying to find out what year the Now CD came out. So from Googling it, the Now CD I had was Now 44. And when I looked at the cover, I was like, oh my God, that was the CD I used to have. It came out in 1999, so I was definitely 7. So we went on a family holiday to, I think it was Gran Canaria. Loved it. Basically, I'll tell another story time on this, but when I was a kid, I loved pop music, so I would basically watch music videos and then dress up in like music video inspired outfits. So I remember at one point having like a long army green print dress with platform boots, and then I would do my hair in teddy bear buns. And I was just a very unique child, put it that way, and I would go on the beach and I would pretend that I was like Jerry Halliwell in one of her videos, and I would like just sit there. But I remember one night, obviously we had like the kids club during the day. We'd gone to, I think it was a pub, I don't really know, it was either a pub like in the town centre or it was a pub in the hotel, a bar, and it was a pub quiz. So there's like, you know, well-grown like adults around just literally like doing the quiz. And what basically happened is the guy who did the quiz, I think he run like basically a nightclub called Monroe's. He started playing some music and he was like, guess the songs. Now I'm 7 at the time, and basically it just kept going. So what basically he did, being a bit stupid, was he basically played this whole Now 44 CD in order, which I can still pretty much remember now. So I'm sat there going, right, Britney Spears, Hit Me Baby One More Time, Mamba Number 5, Lou Bega, because I listened to that CD that much, I would know it off by heart. So it started getting really weird because obviously then I kept it as a little secret in myself. I told my dad, I was like, Dad, I've got the CD he's using. And it got really weird. So there was some like really weird songs on there, like Zombie Nation and like just really obscure like dance music that you wouldn't know, especially a 7-year-old. So obviously there's 40 songs on the CD. So I ended up obviously getting them all right. But obviously the DJ didn't know that I'd sussed that he'd used the Now CD. So he was literally going, oh my God, like, she's a child genius. Like, how does she know all of these songs? And it was just getting ridiculous because, like, obviously there was like a real mixture of ages there and none of them knew. And I'm just straight out going, yeah, it's Hit Me Baby One More Time, it's Zombie Nation, like just really like obscure songs. Yeah, so bearing in mind I was 7, I probably shouldn't have even been there. Like, I definitely was far too young. But I ended up winning the quiz, and even weirder, obviously, because they didn't realise a 7-year-old was going to win, the prizes were a CD from the club that this guy owned called Monroe's and a bottle of gin. So at 7 years old, I won a bottle of gin, and I had to go up, and I was really embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, I've got to go up and get this bottle of gin. So that was really embarrassing. Couldn't quite like believe it. I don't even think, I think it was gin, I wasn't sure, but I remember then when I got home, like I had this like album, like this little mixtape that he'd done of all the clubbing songs. So I used to just sit there and I'd put my little CD on from Monroe's and I'd be like, yes, me listening to those Now CDs was a smart idea. So yeah, that was actually how I won a quiz at the age of 7. I really wish I could lie and say that I was like Stephen Fry and I knew everything. Obviously I'm quite bright, but I'm not that bright. But yeah, basically I won a bottle of gin and a CD from a nightclub just because I knew the order of the Now CD at 7 years old. So it does pay off if you listen to your Spotify playlist. It does come in useful for any kind of quiz. But yeah, so that was my little story time of this week. If you did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe and comment. Let me know if there's any other topics you want me to go through, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.